Today, boys and girls, we're going to be making our ice cream sandwiches. These are the 3 pieces that we're going to need to make. We're going to need to make 2 flat cookies that are about this size, that fit in this size. We're going to need to make a coil that fits in this space. Do not smash your clay onto this piece because this is covered in plastic and your clay will stick to it. We'll have to scrape it off and you'll have to start all over. This is just for measuring. So on your desk you have a slab of clay, a piece of plastic, a bowl of water, and a toothbrush to slip and score. So we're going to take this slab and we're going to fold it up. We're going to smack and slap it into some sort of ball. You can roll it around on the table. Sorry. Roll it around on the table if you want. It doesn't have to be perfect. See, mine's still lumpy and bumpy. I'm going to take my fingers and I'm going to start squeezing him in the middle, making him look like a barbell. Then I'm going to twist and tear it apart. I'm going to twist and tear it apart so I have 2 equal pieces. Okay? I'm going to take this piece, I'm going to put it back in the plastic and just curve the plastic around it. That helps keep your clay from drying out because the air conditioner kind of blows around in here and it'll get it all dry. I'm going to take this piece, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to squeeze it in the middle. I'm going to get 2 equal pieces. So now I have 2 equal spheres of clay. I'm going to roll those into a ball. Doesn't have to be a perfect ball, nice and smooth. It doesn't have to be any of that, just round. Okay, so mine still has some cracks in it. I'm going to take this part of my hand and tap. I'm not going to smash, I'm not going to kill it. This clay is already dead. We don't have to kill it. I'm going to tap it with this part of my hand, this meaty part of my hand, to get it flat. I'm going to go tap, 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 1, 2, 3. I'm going to turn it. Tap, 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 1, 2, 3, turn it. Tap, 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 1, 2, 3, turn it. Tap, 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 1, 2, 3, turn it. Then I can start going in a circle. I'm tapping it in a circle. I need this to be as thick as a nice big chocolate chip cookie. It's not too thin. You see, it's about that thick. I'm going to measure it. That looks really good. I'm pleased with that. So I'm going to do the next one. I'm going to roll it in a ball. Tap, 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 turn it. Tap, 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 turn it. Tap, 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 turn it. We are trying to get it even all the way across. Now I'm going to start going in a circle. Tapping it in a circle. See? That one's about the same size as that one. I'm going to measure it here and I'm good. Okay? Taking that off so somebody else can use it. Now I'm going to take this extra clay, unwrap it. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to squeeze it in half. Give it a twist. You have 2 equal parts. Okay? I'm going to mine actually is a little, I have one that's a little bigger than the other. I'm going to take this one. I'm going to wrap it back up in my plastic. I'm going to set these up here out of the way so I don't get them mixed up. I'm going to take this and I'm going to roll it into a ball and then I'm going to start rolling it, my hands up and down, so I can make a cylinder. Do you see I'm making it long? And then I'm going to start rolling it on my mat here. If it starts to flip-flop, if it starts to get kind of flat on one edge, just take it and tap it a little bit. Okay? And just keep rolling. You can squeeze it, and then if you start to use your hands, you can start in the middle and you go out. Now I only need that coil to be this long. It needs to fit in here. So mine's a little too long. I'm gonna pinch some off. You see how that stuck? Okay. So mine's a little long. I'm gonna pinch it off. I'm gonna put it with my extra clay. Okay, so I have my 3 pieces. I have my 2 cookies that are nice and thick, and I have my coil that's nice and thick. It fits inside this. If it's not thick enough, these will break in the kiln, and I can't fix those after they're fired. So now we do our slip and score. So I'm going to take 1 cookie. This is going to be my base. I'm going to take my water and my toothbrush. I'm going to slip and score in a circle, going around about 3 or 4 times. I'm going to take my coil. I'm going to slip and score on one side, and then I'm going to put these 2 sticky sides, I'm going to turn it over and I'm going to put those 2 together. I'm going to squish this end so it makes just one rope, one donut all the way around. This is actually too long for my cookie. See, once you stick it, it's really sticky. Mine's too long, so I'm going to pinch some off so it's not as long, because I want to see my cookie poking out from the sides. And I'm going to smooth that together with my finger, and I'm going to start pushing that clay down into the center, just the center. I'm basically just smearing my clay from the top, smear it down. You want your sides to be kind of thick. You don't want them to be too thin. We're making a bowl with a foot on it. Okay? Now, the next step I have is I can decorate the top of my cookie any way I want to. If you want to make anything, if you want to make some tiny little M&Ms, you roll it in a ball, you give it a little scratch, and you stick it on. If you don't slip and score, all your decorations that you put on the top of your cookie are all going to come off. You have to slip and score everything. So I'm making a little ball, give a little scratch, and I give a little twist, and I kind of pat it with my finger so it looks like an M&M. Make a little ball, give a little scratch. Okay. Now I'm going to take a skewer and I'm going to write your teacher code on the bottom, and I'm going to write your teacher code on the bottom of this. These 2 pieces must go on the shelf separately. They need to dry separate. They will come out of the kiln and you'll be able to put them together like this one. See how this one? I dried them in the kiln separately, and now they can make a container. Okay? So there's our ice cream sandwich container.